one of the biggest problems is that the family questions and the questions from your team come at random times of the day. You are in the middle of thinking about one thing and suddenly somebody will come and ask you a question that you need to take a decision on for something else.
For me, willpower is like a battery with full charge in the morning. Correct? Throughout the day, it's going to go to zero. Correct? As simple as that.
Yes.
If you want to use willpower to force a decision on yourself, morning it might work because your energy is up. When you come down in the evening, when your energy is down, your primitive brain kicks in. That is where it wants to be. Comfort, relaxed. It won't make any decision. It will go for that whiskey.
Yes.
So you can't make the decision ideally there. Correct? So you can't depend on willpower to force to change a habit. Correct? Now, if I can't depend on willpower, then what do I have to do? I have to figure out systems, small things where I really hack myself and get it done and get an environment conducive for it. Is that how we go about it?
Yeah. So you create your systems and processes and you outsource them. So the beauty is how much of your life can you outsource to the decisions not yours ultimately. You keep forgetting to take your supplements. Your supplements should come with you with your lunch. You outsource the system. You can't figure out what to make. And, many of us are blessed to have somebody cook our food for us. We don't have to cook our own food very often. Or even if we do, you design the menu when you have your energy in the morning for the rest of the week and you outsource it. You don't have to use your brain at that point of time. Like just before this, how much time we spent thinking about what to eat for lunch after this podcast, right? So, and normally people will ask you what you want to eat just after you've eaten. So that's the worst time to start thinking about it. Anyway, so you outsource the system as much as you can. The other thing about willpower to realize is how can you think about reducing the drain of the battery or increasing the size of the battery. Both of these are possible. How do you do this? One is you make less decisions if you have to. The less number of decisions, the easier your willpower, the more willpower
Can you talk a little about decision fatigue also?
Yes.
People don't know there's something called decision fatigue, right? Correct? Because the number of decisions you do, everything is a decision. You're driving, you're seeing something, you're taking a turn is a decision. Everything is a decision.
Correct.
And the more you do, you're going to have fatigue. That's why end of the day, you don't have energy to take the decision.
Correct.
And that's where you go to your default setting, which is a whiskey or a piece of cake or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly what your default settings. So the idea of decision fatigue is that your life is full of decisions. Reduce them as much as you can. Autopilot as much as you can. Some people say this is a boring life, but I look at it as it's a life that gives you opportunity to do more. It's not about doing less, it's about actually doing more on things that matter. So how do you do this? Starting from, obviously, we know with the tech CEOs, all the clothes that they wear, they always wear the same thing over and over and over again. But food is another big decision. When will I go to the gym? When will I work out? Big decision. Also the kind of decisions that happen with your family. Now, one of the biggest problems is that the family questions and the questions from your team come at random times of the day. You are in the middle of thinking about one thing and suddenly somebody will come and ask you a question that you need to take a decision on for something else. Can you batch process your decision making? So you have focus time and you have batch process decision time. Tell me what you want. Okay, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no, yes, no. Then you come back to your focused work. Another key thing that we don't realize is that you can replenish energy during the day. It's not just sleep. How do you do that? If you are somebody who's constantly on Excel sheets or using intellectual energy, can you do something creative for a short period of time? Could be drawing, could be writing a poem, could be, trimming your bonsai plant, could be anything, but that gives you that little boost of creative energy. You'll notice that decision fatigue starts going away and you can have a little bit more energy and willpower going ahead. Similarly, if you are somebody who's stuck in a chair all day long, that little morning walk and that walk after your lunch will again boost your energy up. So can you have these micro recovery moments throughout the day? So in one of the sessions that I do, we call it wellness micro habits, where we say that you need to understand that your body is made up of different energy tanks. There is physical energy, intellectual energy, emotional energy, spiritual energy. And half the time we are filling the wrong tank and wondering why we're still tired. So intellectual energy is down. That means you spend so much time either making decisions or on Excel, etc. And then what do we do is we go and have a coffee. What does the coffee do? The coffee fills up our physical energy. It has done nothing for our intellectual energy. Which is why when we come home, we still feel tired, but we can't sleep because we are wired. So this way of looking at our energy system is very, very powerful. Spiritual energy is one that is constantly misunderstood.
Yes.
Spiritual energy is, I want to say Om and, sit in one place, have to wear white, have to wear a mala. No, none of that. Spiritual energy is your energy of purpose. If you feel like you're a cog in a wheel, a cog in a machine, like you're not valued, useless, all those feelings, spiritual energy gets drained very fast. Which is why we have pets, which is why we have passion projects, which is why we have hobbies. And think about it, Suren, like nobody's having hobbies now. Hobbies used to be such a huge thing when our parents were growing up, we were growing up. Now hobbies have started disappearing. Hobbies give you that sense of purpose, give you that little boost of spiritual energy that you need. Of course, you can do meditation. Of course, you can talk to God, pray. But these little things also make such a difference to our life.